Radio, right, whatever. Let's model, why not? Fuck's sake. Okay. That pure ref updating, but I guess it decided to not work with whatever I have. It does not matter. It's not gonna like kill me or anything. Right, 1 second, just setting things up. Okie dokie. Right, right, let's finish off this mofo. Might as well. Okay. The only thing is like trying to make his hair not kind of too standoffish, if that makes sense. Make it too much, it's just gonna be all over the place. You know, his like hair is like very strandy, if that's a word I can describe. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like perfect, just kind of roughly approximation. As usual, like, it will take me a little bit of time to get back into the groove of it. The eyes look a little bit weird as well. Just sure that's really correct. That always happens when you haven't like looked at your model in a while, and then you come back and you're like, huh, that looks all weird. Got a little crow's feet as well. Kind of model those. Despite like being at, I don't know, like 1 billion resolution, it's still somehow not enough. Oh, hey there, Tony Cox indeed, Douglas. Tony Penis indeed. How are you doing, Douglas? I haven't seen you like in a year. As if that joke isn't like played out enough. And in fact, it doesn't even make any sense because you were in the January stream. That's good, Douglas. Tell me of some exciting things that have been happening in your life. And if you don't have any exciting things, tell me of your unexciting things. I will listen to them either way. Freaking calendars, how do they work? Hey? I can't blame you. Weirdly enough, like, I don't know, call me like an absolute like moron, but to this day I still like struggle to remember how many days you know, certain days of the month have. Like, I know February has 28, but I always get them mixed up, like what has 31, what has 30, I believe there's a song that that kind of teaches you that, but I forgot the song. What the dog doing? Yeah, good old Risk of Rain. Good old roar. At least you're having fun, I suppose. We need to make him a little bumpier. Get some skin textures in here. Let's have a look at the brush. Brush type. Oh, this is new. The texture, brush type, scope. Where is anchored? Open tiled. Stroke, oh yeah. There you go. Maybe a little bit less strong. Yeah, kind of like that. You can always smooth it out. Good old porous Tony Hawk. The knuckle method. Bumps F31, in between F30. But I only have 5 knuckles, and unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles, which I don't have. I remember that little mnemonic that used to kind of go like, do you remember the 31st day of December, August, July, and November or something? The rest has 30 days. I don't know. Something like that. Oh, hey there, Vega. Nice to see you. Yeah. Damn, that's too complicated for me, Buglas. I need like an even stupider method. And yeah, nice to see you, Vega. So yeah, go ahead. Why don't you do your redeem? Let's see what you want. Let's see what you want me to do. Yeah, I'm doing alright. I did promise a stream, and there is a stream indeed. Speaking of streams, that was a fun stream yesterday. I kind of like the dynamic in your group where you just kind of all like shit talk each other and get into arguments. I kind of find it funny. My kind of gaming group. Oh no! The fucking holy guacamole. The 36 person raid. Well, why hello there then, Ruby. How's it going? I was not expecting that. Hello the raiders. I guess that was I imagine Krill is doing, possibly out of your own volition, but anyway. How are you guys doing? Just for your reference, I am also like a Blender guy. Not as good as making hot anime girls, but I guess I can make, I don't know, old wrinkly men. That's like the opposite of hot anime girls, right? Yeah, we're chilling. But yeah, I'm just making Tony Hawk. And not just any Tony Hawk. making the old wrinkly version of him. Yep, yes indeed. Indeed. Like, true. Tony Hawk is the hardest anime girl. But yeah, once again, do appreciate the raid. Do appreciate the raid. All the people who came. Make yourselves at home. Relax. What have you been working on, then, Ruby? What was the last thing I saw on your stream? I think you were just like doing general practice, if I'm not mistaken, but I may be wrong. And yeah, this guy was just like a random friend suggestion. But it does kind of make sense, because if you think about it, everyone knows young Tony Hawk. Might as well try and make the old one. Weirdly enough, he had an interview. Oh yeah, of course, that's right. I remember now. You did the VTube avatar. Yeah, your current commission. Very nice. Hope that's going well. If anyone who can do it, it's definitely you. But yeah, as I was saying, even he had an interview, and he said, like, you know, no one recognizes me when I'm old. It's like the ultimate model. Especially, kind of got the whole process down to a T, because you basically do all the steps already, and you know, like the model, retopo, stuff like that. The only thing that you really need to do is the rigging, which is arguably the most painful thing to do, but if anyone can do it, it's definitely you. Oh shit, it's Angel Bikeman with the appropriate rainbow colored icon. It's the whole party. I can't say I'm exactly looking forward to that, because like trying to weight paint hair and like the whole outfit, you know, like where you have to have like 1 billion bones, and each of them have to have constraints and jiggle physics. Don't envy you, man. That's probably one of the reasons why, like, I'm putting off of rigging my own characters, because, you know, especially if it's like anime characters with like fancy hair and clothing, because half of your effort will be just doing that. Hell yeah, go ahead, Vega. Yeah, absolutely, Angel Black. I mean, I'm glad that you're still alive and have not perished in the line of duty. Ooh, we got a model request. So be it. I believe you will DM me the deeds. Anyway, yeah. Really appreciate all of you guys popping by, especially the lovely raiders. Who doesn't love a raid? But the reason for like my bit of a hiatus, I guess you could say, is I've been really focusing on trying to just get my art fundamentals up in general. Like, again, I feel like, you know, I've made quite a good progress when it comes to 3D modeling, you know, considering how I started and where I am. I'm quite happy with my progress, but at the same time, I do feel like I still don't like perfectly grasp like just the general concepts of art, you know, like composition, shapes. Like when I model things, they don't quite turn out on model or like on reference, you know. They might be a little bit off, the shapes might be a bit off, etc, etc. So yeah, no worries, Angel Bagamain. Hopefully you'll see me a little bit more frequently now. Oh, thank you, Vega. And skill is pretty much a good way to describe it, because nah, thanks then, Ruby. Like, as I said, like, it's not bad by any means, but I'll show you what I mean. You know, I was just doing some practices from Anatomy for Sculpting, and you know, you got these like blockouts that you can do, and when I'm doing the blockouts like from the exercise book, you know, like they don't quite how do I say it? They don't quite match the like. Yes, indeed. I think you were here on that stream when I did the ass compositions, but you know, like they don't perfectly like match up the primitives that the book wants you to make. You know, they're a little bit off. So what I'm kind of doing is I'm kind of just training my artistic eye. You know, just like seeing the shapes, seeing the volumes, etc., etc., which will hopefully help me like construct things better in 3D, and hopefully like let me rely a little bit less on references as well. Not that it means that I'm never gonna use references, but you know, hopefully like I'll just be able to kind of like ascertain like how a shape should look from another angle without having to see it from that side as well, if that makes sense. So I've been doing like I've been doing lots of drawing. I've been doing a course called Draw a Box, where, you know, I'm just kind of sketching lines, doing boxes, just trying to get a better understanding of shapes, yada yada yada. But also following a book called Drawing on the Right Side on the Brain as well, which just kind of teaches you basically seeing like an artist, you know. Draw what you see, not what you think you see. Indeed. And all sorts of grinding then, Ruby, not just the artistic kind, if you catch my drift. In fact, I've been doing the other kind of grinding too much. Should probably do more art. But yeah, you do kind of learn some interesting things from that perspective. Like, for example, I've never really considered negative shapes when I'm looking at something. Like, yes, you could, mind you, it's more applicable when you're doing it in 2D, but still, like, you know, you could look at this like this, as like his shape here, or you could instead kind of think of it as, you know, like a shape like this, where you completely ignore the head, and you just like look at its shape around it. It's kind of fun stuff around. Hell yeah, the one with the gachimuchi emojis, yeah. So yeah, hopefully this year will be quite fruitful, shall we say. And also gonna try and just pop around on Twitch more often. See all my Twitch homies. Because gotta pay them respects as well. Been mostly kind of busy with life, with work. And simultaneously busy and not busy, because I've been also on holiday. So I've been kind of just slacking. Oh shit. Well, if it isn't a slob. A full-time slob, dare I say. How are you doing, Slobby? I know you've been playing a lot of I know you've been playing Marvel Legends, but I also saw you playing is it Dark Souls? Definitely saw you like doing a bit of gameplay recently. Sekiro, that's it, the Japanese Dark Souls. That's right. Sekiro. Well, at that point, you must be like a master of it or something, because I saw you like grinding it non-stop. Because that's how things work, right? The more you play something, then the more like better you become. Yeah, no worries then, Ruby. Once again, I do massively appreciate the raid. The Ruby raid carries a lot of heft. So glad you swung it by to me. Enjoy your food. Well, at least it's not completely in vain, is it? Full-time slob. And how about the 3D journey? Have you been up to anything exciting? Let's see if we can finish this guy off. Finish him off. No. Because I don't want to like go super hardcore with him, but might as well go as far as I can. The neck's obviously wrong, but again, it's more of a more weird thing. I get that feeling a lot, Slob. You know, sometimes when you get stuck on something, you kind of lose motivation to do it. So I can't entirely blame you. Yep, yep, real. Like, I very much feel that. Like, people definitely have good intentions, and sometimes good advice can help a lot, but there can be situations when sometimes it's not as helpful. People might be just giving you like very generic advice, which would be like, you know, oh, just follow the reference, or like try to model it more accurately, which doesn't really help much. Or sometimes it can be like a bit over the place, so can't blame you. What I've personally learned is the better a person is at a skill, the kind of worse they are at giving advice for beginners. Because when they're giving advice like from their level, you know, at kind of at their advanced level. So they might say, you know, just follow the references, which is perfectly valid advice. But like what they might say is like, you know, use like your knowledge to, you know, break down the shape and construct it in a way that matches the ref. Yep. So yeah, no, I feel that for sure. Knowing how to give good advice is an art form on its own. And yeah, like I said, again, this is like a very personal topic to me as well, because I've spent a lot of time learning and getting advice. Again, you know, you don't need to be good at art to like give advice that's relevant. Like, you know, they might say, oh, this looks wrong, or this looks wrong, but knowing that it's wrong doesn't necessarily mean that the person will know how to fix it. Like, you know, you can have fucking Da Vinci standing behind your back and saying that, you know, oh, you need to do it like this, but at the end of the day, executing on that feedback is not something that can happen immediately. So again, yeah, very much so. Like some good good art teachers might not even necessarily be the best artists, but yeah, I get you, Slob. But never let it get it down to you, or should I say, never let it get you down. You can do it. For you're the Lithuanian man. And Lithuanians never give up. Unless when they do. But we don't talk about that. Let's see. I'm probably gonna like kind of call them done soon. I'll just need to do their hair, stuff like that. Exactly. Yeah. If there's one thing we know, it's persistence. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, No, I'm hoping to see more stuff from you. At least like more crazy dancing cats and shit. Good old crazy cats. Crazy cats. Nice, yeah. Well, here's the thing, like, you need to go through the, yeah, that's also a valid kind of way to do it, but you have to go through the holy trifecta of every, like, Eastern European and Balkan man. You need to, like, model a gun, which you're doing already, you need to model a car, and you also need to make an animation of that car, like, driving around. That is like the rite of passage of every 3D man from like Eastern Europe. Oh shit! Yeah, it is. No worries, Vegas. So yeah, drop me the model, and I'll see if I can start working on it. Enjoy the sleep. Have a nice one. Isn't it? Yeah, you have to. It's the law. And then maybe, like, once you get better at anatomy, the last thing you need to do is you need to make, like, a muscular man. Like either a comic book hero or, like, a big-titted lady. That is, like, the progression for any Eastern European artist. Krilla, for example, started the other way around. He started with, like, the big-titted girl. So he still needs to model this gun, and he needs to model this car. Okay. I did. I was just saying that, like, the way the Eastern European and Balkan man approaches 3D is they, like, model a gun, model a car, do a car animation, and then, like, once they get good at anatomy, they will also, like, make muscular man or, like, hot woman. That is, like, what every Eastern European, like, 3D guy does. Yes, absolutely. I mean, like, you can use your own bust size for reference. That's what I do. A little bit saggy, but still, it's good anatomy reference. Okay. Should I model his size? I don't know. Probably just keep it like this. Let's just do a quick pass on his hair as well. Because probably gonna be calling it quits on this model. So sculpting. In fact, I would love to see you try maybe like one of the Marvel heroes. Not sure that well that will go, but you know, it would be fun. Whoever you fancy. Let's have a look at that mofo. So like his hair is like very kind of strawy, if that makes sense. So what we'll do is we'll do this. Oh yeah, Did you did you hear about that full-time slop? So I think what they're doing is like they're stopping Overwatch 2 and like just merging it back into Overwatch 1, and then they're releasing a bunch of new heroes, and I think new updates and stuff like that. You know, maps, game modes, which is quite funny because I think the reason why they're doing that is because Marvel Rivals like made them shit their pants. And they're like, oh shit, we gotta like take our dicks out of our pants and you know, actually update the game. You know what? Good for them. Oh shit, it's Blobby. It's Parallel OB 3D. How's it going? How's my monkey man doing? Or should I say Suzanne man? Actually rhymes. Yeah, how was noting? Did you create any more exciting effects for your Plobiscus monkey? And I'm doing all the Blobby puns. I'm glad they did full-time slap, because like slightly altering the game and calling it like Overwatch 2 was a very brave decision from their end. I mean, as much as I like that game, Left 4 Dead 2 is also like kind of in that camp. But of course, Left 4 Dead 2 was like a full-fledged multiplayer campaign experience, and you know, didn't cost an arm and a leg. But yeah, Overwatch 2, a little bit too brave of them to call it that. Oh yeah, of course. You were doing a little bit of that, you know, VTuber engine, but you were mostly like messing around with Unreal, weren't you? Again, very brave of you to delve into the Unreal engine. How are you finding it compared to Godot? I mean, of course, like it's a little bit like apples to oranges, but what are like your upsides, downsides, and also like I've seen lots of very good VTubers, you know, like VTubers who have put like hundreds of hours into their setups in Unreal, but like, you know, they literally like have like a house, Unreal house where they can walk around as their character. It's absolutely like insane. If you are ever 1 second. If you ever have a spare moment and you see these guys online, I wouldn't really call them. I wouldn't call this a shout out because those guys never visited my stream. But these guys are like crazy. They got like crazy Unreal setups. Like I said, they literally have. The guy called All Right has like a VTuber house, and he's got like full mocap. So like, you know, his character, it's not like camera controlled, it's mocap controlled. And the space pirate Fenrir, he has like a spaceship, and he can like run around it as if he's in a video game. So like, if you want some pointers on VTuber setups, and these are the guys to go. And I'm like unleashing a lot of verbal diarrhea, but to be fair, it's been like what has it been, like a month since the last stream, so I got a lot of stuff to talk about, or at least like think I have to talk about. Upsides of Godot. Easy to structure. Looks better. Yeah, makes sense. I think it's like it's almost like the reverse of Blender, isn't it? Where well, like let's say for example Blender compared to something like Maya, where there's just so much stuff available for it, like, you know, tutorials, user stuff, setups, add-ons, that it's a lot easier to work with, in a sense that you can just like, if there's something you need, you can just look it up and it's there. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I'll be interested to see what you will achieve in the in Unreal. I can only imagine the the iterations of hanging wet that can be created in Unreal. Upsides of Unreal, downsides of Godot. A lot of tools, yep. Yeah. Makes sense. Because like Godot started more of a 2D engine, right, before it pivoted to 3D. So I believe the 3D side will not be as strong. I think I just need some random curves, just to kind of give them some random strands. Anyway, once again, do appreciate all the raiders that are still like awake and watching my stream. Okay, and then let's just give him some random strands. Yeah, so heavy. Yep, sounds about right. And what are you leaning more towards? Do you think you'll be working more in Unreal, in Godot, or will it be like a combination of both? Let's give him some random strands. Could have probably, like, how do I put it, just dragged it out of the mesh, but I don't feel like doing it. I just want to just like add some little bitties here. Also, I think I did mention to I think it was you, Plobby, wasn't it, that I joined like a mod team. I can't really say too many things about it, but it's a learning experience for sure. Because, you know, like, most of the time, when you model something, you mostly, like, I model it for myself. So, you know, like, when I finish it, it's like, whatever, you know. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, I don't care. But, like, when you are as part of a team, you know, there's, like, expectations that people have. They'll be like, you know, can you change this? Can you change that? Can you do this? They're also like a merciless when it comes to UVs, because like I fucking suck at UVs, and they're like, your UVs are terrible. I'm like, I'm sorry, that's the best I could do. But they've given me some really good advice. The problem is, like, I can't capitalize on it. They'll be like, oh, you just do this and this and that. I'm like, how are you guys doing that? Like, you've told me the words, but like it doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, and I suppose that makes sense, Plob, because, yeah, you'll probably get more mileage out of it. And you can, you know, use it for other things as well. You can make your own Ubisoft Mario game. As that meme comes along right now. Yeah, no, the node system is always fun, and the visual scripting. And I presume like it's very much intuitive for you, and the other one is like just scripts that can be literally anything. So yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Like in Blender, like they fulfill a very specific purpose, and you know they are. I wouldn't say surface level, but you know it's very clear that what they do. But in like in Unreal, they can literally mean anything. So fair enough, Blobby. One thing that someone never pointed out, well, someone pointed out to me and I can't unsee it anymore, is that Tony Hawk has no eyebrows. But indeed he doesn't. But no, it's massive props for you for learning that, Blobby, because learning in a game engine is no joke. That's not good, Blobby. Math is for nerds. Can you just like unga bunga your way through it? I don't know. But once again, massive props for you for even like daring to tackle the math monster. See, how does his hair look? Hair is like one of the other things that is absolutely a massive pain in the ass to do. It's that and clothing falls. You just kind of have to learn how it behaves. And again, I'm like gonna wreck myself over it. It's mostly like a placeholder. So Blender, you drag the normal texture right. And I presume there's a lot more nuance in the Unreal version. Unreal, if you want to adjust the strength and use a vector free node with X and Y while keeping the Z at... Wow. I mean, I kind of get the logic behind it. Like, in theory, yes, it makes sense to adjust the normals in such a way, but like, yeah, that is one hell of a thing to do. Yeah, fair enough, Blobby. So you got your work cut out for you. Whatever. I think we'll call him done. I mean, he ain't like the greatest Tony Hawk, but something. For like a intermediate doodle, it's alright. Not sure if anyone would actually recognize him, but I did my best. But wow, as I said, massive props to you for like even figuring out all of that stuff. It does not come easy. And there you go. Nah. But when has that ever stopped the monkey man? No worries, full-time slop. Actually, it's almost bedtime. So I think I'm gonna call it a day anyway, because I kind of finished them. Well, you know what? We don't count those times, Plubby. You know, it's now that matters. But yeah. No. You're a master of perseverance. But anyway, yeah. Wow, it's not even been an hour, but what can I say? My streams tend to be pretty short, and it's also how do I put it? It's also very late. Who shall I raid? Microstream meta, that's right. But again, we'll try to start dosing things up a little bit. We'll increase the length as it comes along. But for all the like people who are still alive and they're like around, let's raid someone, I guess. Yeah, that's the new meta. We're just doing like I'm just doing Twitch shorts, the Twitch equivalent of that. But anyway, yeah, let's raid someone. Let's not waste this beautiful raid that Ruby has given me. But the question is, who do I raid? Probably like one of these guys. Let me see if this is this person. 1 second, just seeing who I can raid. Damn, they're not even following me. Sad. I mean, I want to raid someone who's like not doing art, but I'm not sure how the people will take it. I shouldn't raid this guy because like he's literally just spending his stream like going through technical issues. Let's see. It's always like a contemplation of whether like I should like raid someone new, or should I raid someone who's already my follower. Yeah, whatever. Let's raid this lady. Although she's already like at massive numbers, but whatever. Fuel to the fire. Again, she's not doing any art, but I don't know, might as well do it. Why the hell not? Or yeah, whatever, let's do it. Well, once again, everyone, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys more often. Oh, there you go. Plubby knows. You got the connections. But yeah, she's a good lady. Might as well give her a raid. And yeah, hopefully I'll stream more often, and also, especially Plubby and Full-Time Slob. Hopefully I'll pop by you guys a bit more often. And then Ruby, of course, and all the lovely raiders. Anyway, see you later, guys. Let us raid.
onto my fart. My fart has been raided. Okay?
Arlen, oh, welcome, Rangers. How are you doing? Ah, Flavie, is this your doing? Hi, Flavie.